Hi. It's me. I did that thing where I like stopped moving for a minute and then looked up 6 months later and realized that I hadn't filmed any content in like half a year. I don't know if it was from a sense of burnout or just wanting a little bit of reprieve, or maybe recognizing that 4 pieces of original content every single week as a mother of 4 running a homestead is, you know, not the most logical move I've ever made. At least during that season. Any hoodles, let's catch up on all the things you've missed over the last 6 months. Number 1, she's blonde again. It honestly is like kind of a shock going back to it because I haven't really had my hair lightened in a really long time. This isn't exactly the color I was going for. It's a little bit brighter than I intended, but it's kind of fun to be back to my roots. Pun very much intended. 2, we had the goat babies. We had a lot of goat babies. This was our biggest year for goat kids. We have 10, and no, they have not sold yet. That should have happened a couple weeks ago. So we have a lot of goats, and of those 10, we have 8 boys, 8 bucklings, 2 doelings, which generally speaking is not ideal because bucklings are a lot harder to move than doelings are. So thanks, ladies. 3rd, Chaos Garden is chaosing and gardening this year. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to take you out there. She's a hot mess, but she is literally, she looks like the cutest hot mess you've ever seen. I'm so proud of her. Are the walkways done? No. Am I getting crop? Basically just cucumbers. Lots and lots of cucumbers, but fingers crossed that we're gonna be getting some tomatoes here sometime soon. But I made a few really big key changes in the garden this year, and I honestly feel like that has just been like game changer. You know what I mean? Children, all of them are taller. All of them. Amelia is like using all the words. It's getting her to stop, that's the trick. Sad's got a go-kart. Isabella gave herself some radical bangs. Olivia has thrown herself into crocheting her little fingers off. And Elias has taken up rugby and finally reached level 60 in WoW. I don't know what that means, but I do know that that means he gets to go on big boy raids, as he calls them. Anyways, I feel like I needed to rip off the band-aid. We're back, baby, and we're just gonna dive right into it. Okay, first things first. Do you want to see the do you want to see like the weirdest Amazon haul of all time? Okay, I'm so glad you said yes. And if you didn't, well, you're gonna see it anyways. First and foremost, it is July, which means we are in training mode, ladies and gentlemen, because September 1st is coming. And September 1st, as you know, is my Super Bowl. What day is that? That's Hogwarts Day. That's the day that this room becomes like a little Hogwartsy oasis. That doesn't make sense, but we're gonna go ahead and roll with it. So first and foremost, I got something that I have wanted for a very long time. And we're never gonna use them the way that they're intended, and I am a-okay with that, and that is spine candles. With the world's longest wick. That's just unnecessary. Okay, but look at it. I recognize that this is like a part of a human skeleton that I'm quite excited about. But those who get it, okay? And I didn't just get 1, but I got 3 in a variety of sizes and shapes. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to get the mold because there's a silicone mold that you can buy on Amazon, but I just purchased these first.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Do you want to come show me your cute hair?
Sure.
Speaking of bangs, come here. Show them your cute little face. Look at you. Why are you cooler than me?
I always was. I just haven't noticed yet. I'm sorry.
I haven't revealed this yet, so if y'all can just knock it off. But are we so excited about these?
Those are actually really cute.
Yeah. Cute, see? They think they're cute too. Now they are like pure white instead of like a bone white. Yeah. Remember how I said things have progressed? He's taller and maybe just like a little bit weirder.
I don't think I'm weirder.
No.
I think I'm about the same.
Oh, okay. I did mention that you happened to get something recently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell them.
That you might want to show them. Not right now though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do wish these were a little bit more of like a warmer tan color, like an actual bone. What are we doing? What are we doing, friend?
Did you miss me?
So there's that. I also realized that Amazon sells something that I've already spent a lot of money on, okay? And they sell it in more of like a DIY capacity. And I literally sent a video of these to my best friend and I was like, oh my goodness. And she was like, oh, same, okay? So prepare your souls, okay? Because I got real butterflies, okay? Real butterflies. So many real butterflies. Here's a whole stack of them, okay? Look at this gorgeous little number. Now some of them have broken antennas. One of them has a broken little thorax. Poor itty bitty friend, like this guy. He's missing one of his antennae. But I realized that you can order these and mount them yourself. Do I know if they're ethically sourced? No, I don't know that. But I do know that the ones that I get that are like on like the special paper behind museum glass are like a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, but it also didn't stop there. Okay? I gotta warn you, if you don't like bugs, you're not gonna like the next section. I got a box of beetles. I will try to pick out the least offensive ones so no one gets freaked out, okay? One of them, number one, little cicada friend. Honestly, very creepy when you see their like cicada sheds around the place. Very cool when you see them with their little wingies attached. Okay, beetle warning, okay? But this one is iridescent. So cool, so cool. I feel like my style, I've tried for a really long time to figure out how to describe this. You know that like uncle that's really into science and collects antiques? I kind of view it as like the old guy from Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. You know, if I lived on my own in a mansion by myself, what would I collect? Specimen, but not too weird, just like towing that line. I forget what these are called. Is that like a hornfly? What is that? I don't know. Look at the wings. Are there ones that would make some people a little bit squeamish? Yeah, maybe. Oh my gosh. So basically, I can mount these myself and save myself a fortune because I think there's about 15 in each of these, which is literally incredible and very much fits in my dark academia theme. And I feel like adding these in for like this year's Harry Potter night, like am I using that as my excuse? You can bet your bottom dollar I am. So of course I'm gonna link any of these down below if you're interested. It's probably gonna be like 2 of you. And you know what, that's okay. For the rest of you, thank you for sticking around. Speaking of butterflies and such, I finally hung up my existing collection and I think it looks so good. Okay, hold on. I actually need to kind of reorganize over here. We're missing a crate and stuff. My sister-in-law got married recently and so we kind of tore apart the house and I've yet to put it back together. But here is my little collection of moths and butterflies. Unfortunately, that one fell while I was hanging everything up, and so the frame totally broke off, which is a bummer because that one is not cheap. And we're leaving the tags there for artistic effect. You know what I mean? So I have all those up here. The plan is to frame in shadow boxes a few more of those and kind of fill down a little bit lower and maybe just a little bit higher. And then what am I gonna do with the rest of them? I haven't figured that part out yet. Okay, and if my husband asks, it's the plan as a work in progress. Now, for the garden tour. It's pretty spicy out here, so let's see how long I last, okay? First huge change that I did this year that I truly feel like has made a really big impact. Shade cloth. Now, our installation of it this year is questionable at best. However, adding in this 40% shade cloth has allowed my plants to continue to thrive in all of these 90-degree+ heat days that we've been getting here in Central Texas. And I gotta tell you, having these up, one, it makes this feel like an industrial greenhouse, so it makes me feel like a professional. Two, helps it feel a little bit cooler in here, not so much as it would with like a proper shade cloth that you would use in a backyard, so to speak. And three is help the plants to thrive immensely. But when I say the installation's a little wonky, I mean, we haven't quite figured out a way to get these tight enough so they don't sag and they become absolute wind sails when, like, especially when we got a lot of rainy, stormy weather in June. These bad boys were flying off left and right. So we have some improvements that we want to make for next year, but in the meantime, like, see how low that sags down over there? So when I'm walking down underneath, I mean, it might be like 4.5 feet tall right there. So when I'm walking underneath or watering, I have to like hold my hand up so it doesn't totally smash into my face. Now, admittedly, almost every single bed is overrun with weeds, okay? Everything is still growing to the best of my knowledge, but I have not been weeding at all. Most of my time in the garden has been spent watering and not weeding. You know what? Ugly gardens make good food, okay? First and foremost, we have our first chaos bed, which is where Silas and I threw out chia, millet, quinoa, and buckwheat seeds. Just tossed them out there in this entire 4x8 bed. And now you can tell they're getting pretty tall. They're literally butting into the shade cloth, so we might need to figure out a way of really ratcheting this up so they can grow even taller. I am 5'9" with a pair of Crocs on, and they're about my height, and I don't think they're stopping anytime soon. Do I know which one is which? Sure don't. Sure don't. Does it make me feel like an absolute gardening queen to walk in and have like giant plants the second you walk into my garden? Sure does. Sure does. And we have it all along the outside perimeter of the bed. Here's a fantastic example though of how impactful the shade cloth has been in the garden specifically this year. So here is one of the plants, obviously directly under the shade cloth. It gets some direct morning sun, like right when the sun comes up, but basically nothing really after that. These are not hidden by the shade cloth at all whatsoever. Literally watered them yesterday, and you can just visibly see how sad and droopy they are. When we have day after day after day, I mean, I think we're on what, 2-3 plus straight weeks of 90-degree plus days, which, you know, it's Central Texas. That's to be expected. But you can see how strongly these are affected compared to these. Maybe slightly droopy on some of them, but nothing compared to those. Okay, and then all in the perimeter beds, I did cucumbers and tomatoes and a variety of a couple other things like marigolds and things like that. We have been literally drowning in cucumbers this year. I have made so many batches of pickles. It's my first year ever really being able to do that because, oh my goodness, look at this monster. Goodness gracious. That is huge. Oh gosh, the dogs are having a heyday out here. And I'm pulling honkers like this off of the vines literally every single day. I don't know how we keep missing them. The one thing I attribute that change to the most is adding compost in from the barn this year. We practice the deep litter method, well, unintentionally, where you literally just kind of layer more straw on top and let it compost in place. So this year, while the weather was still cool enough, Elias and I dug out the entire barn to get all of that really wonderful compost off the base layer of that to put into the garden. And I'm telling you, I can literally see the change. If you've been around for previous years, you know my garden does not feel like this. You also know I overheat really easily. So when I tell you this shade cloth has been a game changer for me personally and allowed me to have a lot more time in the garden this year, goodness gracious, it's just been so impactful. But the compost has made these plants huge and so prolific. I can see I'm starting to lose some. I think they're starting to get attacked by whatever bug gets cucumbers. And honestly, while I know losing a plant to a bug is never ideal, I have so many pickles that I won't be heartbroken to see them go. I won't, because right now, oh my gosh. I was out here yesterday. I harvested yesterday. Look at this one. It's already yellow. It was not yellow yesterday. And I'm only 2 plants in. Next up we got cherry tomatoes. Probably should have trimmed more suckers off of those, but you know, here we are. Fruit coming in on those. Just can't wait for them to turn. So excited. And knock on wood, I've literally only had 1 hornworm this year, so thrilled about that. And then all throughout here, I did also plant pear tomatoes, both yellow and red pear tomatoes. You can see them starting to pop up there and there. So they're not exactly thriving because they're super, super hidden by all of these leaves. In fact, this one's dying off right now. This is Isabella's strawberry bed with weeds. And then we've got our green zebras over here. Look at this. Look at that gorgeous. I love green zebras. I think it's the color. They just bring me an obscene amount of joy. But they don't taste like green tomatoes. It's a little hard to tell when they're ready. You have to wait until they turn a little bit yellow. So this one is super, super close, but they stay green. Had more mullein come in this year, which is always a treat. So these are all pickling cucumbers along here, and then along the back wall are all snacking cucumbers. So like more like a long English cucumber. Oh, I can see one right there. Next to my, I actually don't know what, look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Look at glorious. Oh, you're beautiful. I probably could have let this go a little bit longer, but I also don't want to miss any of them, you know, because I need more cucumbers. And then what kind of tomato is this? Is this gonna say? Oh, it is a Roma, okay. So I do have some Romas here on this back wall. At least I think that's accurate. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one. I've had a couple of bugs get one of the tomatoes off of this plant already. Look at it. So it will ripen more on the counter. Of course I prefer vine ripen because I think they just taste that much better. But in a situation like this, I'm not gonna sacrifice a whole tomato for a little bit more taste. Silas has a couple of blackberry plants growing back here. We've got a couple of berries off of those, which has been fun. More tomatoes, wild chicory. Decided to plant it this year in case, you know, I wanted to make myself a little coffee alternative. Peppers. I think these are California Wonder. And this one, I do not have on a, what's it called? On a tomato cage, but look at that beast. Y'all, I'm getting actual peppers this year. I'm telling you, I think the compost made all the difference. Of course, I've got this Bermuda grass that just desperately needs to be handled. It's just been so hot that I have not been out here often enough. This is why we call it chaos gardening, right? More tomatoes over here. These are all different heirloom varieties. Wait, I see something. Yes, these are called striped Romans. Get out of here. I actually probably should have properly killed you, but I just flicked you instead. And these have a fantastic taste. They end up kind of being more orangey than red, and they of course have stripes. And the weirdest little tails I think I've ever seen on a tomato. These are delicious though. This one's starting to turn, so that should be red pretty soon. Again, I didn't really do a good job of trimming the suckers this year. And then what ends up happening to me is like I see the flowers on some of the sucker branches and I'm like, well, I don't want to trim it now because that's going to be fruit soon. So it's just... And then I don't even know what this variety is. I'd have to dig down there and find out. But look at these. We got fruit. We've got fruit. Last year, I feel like the only tomato plant that produced anything was the cherry tomatoes from that bed. And now we've got other ones that are like actually making something happen. All right, let's figure out what this one is. This is, oh, Cherokee Purple. I actually ordered some starts from Azure this year, which I might do again next year because it was so nice to not have to grow everything from seed. I have never been successful about getting nasturtium from seed. So I got it from Azure this year, so that was fantastic. And I do have another heirloom variety in here. Golden Nugget is what this one's called. Yeah, it looks like a bug got to that one, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do, sneaky sneak, is just drop this on the ground. Oh, is that another one right here? Nice. And then let the seed do its thing. So if I get a volunteer next year, I'm okay with that. Just a little bit like that. And these are actually fully ripe and totally ready to eat. No clue what these are. I forgot. I forgot. Peppers, I got all of them from Azure this year. So that is, oh, that's the Yarrow one. This is, oh, gourmet orange bell pepper. I already have one of those inside. Bugs got to it, but it's like basically a whole pepper. Did Jamie again plant way too many tomato plants this year and then just decide to like toss them randomly in beds? She sure did. She sure did. I don't even remember. I don't remember. Then we got comfrey, more tomatoes, comfrey, corn, didn't do great. Tomato, comfrey, echinacea, purple coneflower. So this only flowers once every other year, and I love them so much. So this is the echinacea that you all know and love, that you take, I believe, this is the correct one, that you take when you're sick. I think it's the root specifically that's used the most. Wait, what is this? Is this a volunteer tomato? Sure is. Okay. I didn't even realize you were down here. When we say chaos gardening, we say it with our whole chest, okay? Whole entire chest. And then I think these are San Marzanos. Here's another new plant for us, and that is cucamelons, which I discovered only after planting that they can be quite invasive. So, you know, wish me luck. But also, none of the gardening blogs or articles ever told me how invasive Queen Anne's lace would be. So it's one of those, you kind of just figure it out as you Oh. You fell over. Okay. See what I mean? It's fine. And cucamelons actually produce these teeny tiny little melon-shaped cucumbers. Now, obviously they're in the melon family. They can grow quite a bit bigger than this. But they're just so fun for snacking. And I planted it specifically so the kids can come out here and just pull them off the vine and snack on them. Couple new additions. We got amaranth this year. That's over there. I'll show you in a second. My marshmallow plant is taken off like crazy. Got a couple of mini bell peppers in here, which I thought would be like the ones you get at the store. They're not. They're like this size and they're full of seeds. So I'm like a disproportionate amount of seeds. So I probably won't be growing these again next year because it's not like you can easily snack on them and they're really hard to cut. But there's one that's a little bit bigger. So we got some more fruit on these, which is great. Marshmallow plant is so tall, falling over and taking over the walkway. Okay, that's okay. So amaranth is actually a flower that's used really often in floral displays for weddings. And this one, I'm just letting it go to seed because I would love for it to fall down and self-seed and keep coming back year after year because I just love this pop of color. Now, the amaranth is typically used in different cultures, much like quinoa is. Beautiful color. I'm actually literally just gonna toss that right back in there. And then I have elecampane, is that what it's called? And then 2 valerian plants on the other side. And then more cherry tomatoes because 3 of them was not enough. We had to add more. Don't worry, we're almost done. 2 different kinds of sage plants. One's white sage, one's medicinal. Do I know the difference? Sure don't, okay? More tomatoes. Act surprised. And then for the first time, I am growing okra, and I didn't realize when to harvest it, so I let these get really long. These are well past their prime. Pretty sure you need to harvest them when they're this little. I've never grown up before. I was like, you know what, I got the seeds. Why not? And then ashwagandha, which is kind of fun. I have no clue what is going on with these leaves right now. But ashwagandha is a great adaptogenic herb. It is the roots that are used most commonly. Oh my goodness. Is that like a little, this looks like a ground cherry. It looks like a little ground cherry pod. If this is gonna flower, I'm gonna be so excited. Look over here, look. Oh my goodness, it totally is. I love you already. And then the mint bed that I probably shouldn't have planted. It's got chocolate mint, peppermint, lemon balm. It's successfully stayed in that bed. Even though it is trying to creep out. It is also completely saturated with Bermuda grass. So it makes picking it an adventure. This bed we've got sunchokes, which are also known as Jerusalem artichokes, which are these delightful tubers I love. I planted like 8 of them and only 2 of the plants took off. So I plan on leaving it this year because I really want it to keep going. I would not mind this entire bed being full of it. And then some ginger. Our sweet neighbors, dear friends who moved to California, literally left me like a little container of ginger that they use for cooking. I was like, I'm gonna plant it. And they were shriveled and they were old and they were sad. And I did, and I got a bunch of plants out of it. And then potatoes. I have both Yukon Gold and red potatoes over there. Last but most certainly not least, I'm gonna show you. See, we got almost all the walkways done. Show you, this is fennel that I planted a couple years ago. And it's got a ton of little caterpillars on it. Turns out, this is, I believe, the black swallowtail caterpillar. So it turns into this gorgeous butterfly. And when I tell you, they're literally everywhere. I don't care about this fennel. It's old. I don't even think it's the right kind of fennel. I don't think it's the bulbing kind. It's 2 years old. It's bolted. It's fibrous. It's gross. These guys are just thriving. I see them on a couple other plants, but honestly, I don't mind because they don't seem to be causing a lot of destruction. So that means we're going to be getting butterflies here, guys. Like, talk about providing for the pollinators. This is so exciting. Look at that little guy. Look at him just climbing up. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Next year we got a plan, okay? And then we got Genovese basil, more echinacea or purple coneflower, which we might be getting a flower off the top of that soon. More marigolds, just a little bit of a mess here in the middle. Altogether, a delightful, delightful place to be. I don't think I can carry all this one-handed. Any hoodles, I've got a little boy who's really excited to show you something, so I'm gonna pass the camera off to him.
I got a little something that goes vroom vroom. It's a go-kart. Hold on 1 second. Let me just put this on. Here it is. So this got a new engine on it. The old engine was absolutely horrible. Sadly, the new chain that we got broke, so we're using the old chain. We're thinking to put the back wheels on the front and get rid of the front wheels and then put bigger wheels on the back.
It's pretty sweet though, huh? Does it go really fast?
Not really fast. I'm like, this thing could go like 1 mile faster than me. And I can run like 15.
Okay. Yeah, so not too fast.
Maybe like 17 on this thing.
I think someone wants to take a ride. Look at this unit, Teddy. Teddy, can you sit? Sit. Good boy.
He's actually probably able to ride on the go-kart.
You think so?
But if he steps on the go pedal, full throttle, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. We're probably going into the gate.
Oh, you know what we have not shown them?
What?
The front fence.
Oh yeah.
They don't know that our whole property's fenced now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, which means Mr. Theodore can protect the entire property. Oh baby, he just loves it so much. Well, let's go up and show him. Am I gonna regret this?
Yeah.
Did you say yeah?
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear. I haven't ridden in this yet. All right, you ready? Yes, bud. Thanks for the ride, bud. So we finally took the plunge and got the entire property fenced. His go-kart activated the gate, which has been so nice. In fact, right now, we literally just have all of the goats out free ranging. They're just out, we're just running around. It's perfect, it's great. I love it so very much. And Ted is thriving. I know a long time ago we talked about how he was kind of going after chickens. It has not happened since we got the full property fenced in. I think because he's working, he's busy, his mind's engaged, and he doesn't feel like going to play with them, which has been really nice. So we opted for, I think this is drill stem pipe. We had it painted black for up front. Right now we've got some flags for a little festive 4th of July moment. And then of course we've got it kind of like, what's it called? Inset a little bit. A little pin pad over there. And you might see 1 or 2 distinct creatures are missing right now. And that is Johnny and June. We still have them, we still own them. We have neighbors, sweet neighbors that moved to California and kept their home here, kept their property here. They've got 3 acres. So it's a couple houses down. And they said, would you please graze your horses on our property because it'll be really good for our soil when we get a chance to come back home. And we were like, free pasture? Are you kidding? Say less, fam. So they are over there, which gives this pasture an excellent opportunity to rest. But also we do have the goats go through here too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also something else that goes through here very fast is the go-kart.
Yeah. Now that the horses aren't in here, you get to drive all around, huh?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. It looks like we just have so many animals, because we do, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now it's time. My little afternoon latte. And time to get Amelia up from her nap. She's awake playing in her crib, which is one of the most delightful things because she just loves playing in her crib. It's so cute. God bless her. What are we doing?
Come here, Chickie.
Did you miss us? Look how many babies we have. Goodness gracious. Okay, adult, baby, baby, adult, baby. Wait, who? Oh, there's an adult. It's our smallest one though. Hi, baby. Do you love the property fence? Do you love it so much? You do such a good job. Okay. All right, coffee and toddler. Look who's up. He said good morning. Also, there's Livy. Say Livy, say good morning. You're out of focus, so it's fine. Someone.
Okay.
No, Mama's gonna hold you, okay?
Baby, hold it.
Mama hold you. Say hi.
Baby, hold it.
No, Mama's gonna hold it. Someone got real big over the last 6 months. We also had something happen with this eye.
Ow.
And you got owie, huh? Yeah. So she woke up with some bug bites on her face yesterday.
Buckle! Buckle!
There's no buckle on the back. There's a bow on the back of that, but it's already done.
Buckle?
Yeah.
Mama, buckle!
So she had a couple bug bites on the side of her face, and then her right eye was pretty swollen. It's looking a lot better now, but you might see some remnants of it. She's okay. We think she either bonked herself, but we're not seeing any bruising, or she got multiple bug bites. I think a mosquito got into her room while she was napping or sleeping. Huh. Just wait though.
I see!
Someone's personality.
I see!
You want to see? What do you say?
See?
Someone's personality has developed really nicely over the last 6 months, huh, Livy?
Me?
No.
What?
I just went, someone's personality has developed quite nicely over the last 6 months. And Liv goes, who, me? And I went, no. Bye. See you later. Okay, but it would not be a Wolfer family vlog if we didn't do one thing. What is that?
Getting PJs?
No.
Oh yeah, cleaning time lapse. There you go.
All right, should we go tackle the kitchen?
No. Yes. Oh, I didn't realize.
Whoa, that was way more intense than I anticipated. What do you want, baby?
Is nothing sacred?
Oh, buckle.
Get 2 noodles. No, mine.
No, mine! Mine! Mine!
Booger bread? Amelia, do you want some bread? Okay, I'll get you some bread. When I say someone's personality has developed, I mean someone's personality has developed, okay?
It's your story arc.
It's her story arc.
Hey, there's 2 pieces of bread in the toasted already.
Oh, glorious. All right. Now, Isabella and I will
Love me.
bust out this time. You getting her food? Get in there. Get in there. Survival of the fittest, baby. I don't know where she learned this. She learned to yell, let go at people. She makes me look like a bad parent.
She kind of does.
Leave it to your teenager to be brutally honest. Okay, all right, cue the time up. It also would not be a Wolfer family vlog if I didn't cut a time lapse short because the toddler started having like more emotions and I went, this is not the time. This is not the time. So of course we're ending in a different outfit because I didn't feel like the vlog was finished. And there is one really important update that I forgot earlier. Like I was talking about how everyone else has got these things going on and I've got this. So figured I should probably just let you know real quick. Don't ruin for the people in the comments, okay? If they haven't made it this far. Baby girl, due late January, early February, 2026. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.